What is this, what's well, welcome to me, great segment for you all. I want to talk about what's really going on in Denver with Russell Wilson in the Denver Broncos situation. This thing just keeps getting ugly and ugly. But listen, before we get started, hey, make sure y'all hit the subscribe button and also the share button. Also, make sure y'all give me your feedback on what you all think about the segment right here. But listen, let's go ahead and jump back into this thing and talk about what's really going on with Russell Wilson in the Denver Broncos. The Denver Broncos has pretty much embarrassed Russell Wilson. They has um pretty much belittled this man to the lowest. And it starts with Sean Payton. Like I said, when Sean Payton first came in as the Denver Broncos head coach, the one thing that he did is he embarrassed Russell Wilson at the press conference. But this is the thing that I understand when it comes to Russell Wilson, is that he's a modern citizen. He's a pretty much, the total package when it comes to what the NFL look for in a face of the league. But this is the one thing Russell Wilson have to do, and I'm happy that he did it today. Is that I'm so happy that Russell Wilson stood up for himself. Because if he didn't stand up for himself, that this right here would have continued to win on. This thing right here would have went on for the longest. And honestly, what I feel like Russell Wilson should have been said something. Russell Wilson should have said something when he said something the beginning of the season. He should have said something then. He should have said, he should have protected himself when it came to Sean Payton, because Sean Payton never spoke like this about Drew Brees. The whole time Drew Brees was out there kissing babies and all of this stuff he was doing in New Orleans, when did we ever hear Sean Payton say that Drew Brees shouldn't be kissing babies? He never said it. Because you know why? Because Drew Brees was his guy. That was his man. But the first thing you do is, he don't need to be kissing no babies. This is who Russell Wilson is. Russell Wilson is a baby kisser. He's a modern citizen when it comes down to the NFL. Everybody loves him. He wants to be the good guy. But in this situation, I think that Russell Wilson basically wants to stand up for himself, because this thing has got, and now they're benching him. For who? Jared Stidham. As I said on my Facebook page, Jared Stidham is a losing quarterback. He's never won a game in his NFL career. He was drafted by New England. He's 0-2 as the NFL quarterback. He have 6 touchdowns with 7 interceptions in his NFL career. He's 0-2 as a starter. This man right here bench Russell Wilson for Jared Stidham. That is the ultimate disrespect. That is the ultimate. You are not my guy. You're an embarrassment, and I'm going to embarrass you in front of the entire league. And that is exactly what Sean Payton is doing. Sean Payton is pretty much putting the icing on the cake of disrespect to Russell Wilson. This right here is the last stage to where he feels, I'm going to show this man that I don't like him. I'm going to show this man that he's in charge of nothing, and I'm going to embarrass him one last time before we get him out the door. And that is exactly what Sean Payton did in this situation by benching him with 2 games to go, with the Denver Broncos could even win, get in the playoffs. But like I tell everybody, Sean Payton is showing who he was. When he first got hired by the Denver Broncos, what's the first thing he did? He bashed the last coaching staff, Nathaniel Hackett. Why is you talking about what the last coach did? He bashed this man. And that is something that NFL coaches normally don't do. Let's talk about what the last coach did. But that was the first thing that this man did when he became the Broncos head coach. And everybody was pretty much baffled. Everybody was pretty much just sitting back thinking to themselves, like, why is he talking about Nathaniel Hackett? What do Nathaniel Hackett have to do with him? But that's how he came into the door of the Denver Broncos, by bashing last year. But then he didn't start off right. So he had to eat those words. Then next thing you know, Russell Wilson was never his guy. But when Russell Wilson started winning games, that's right here what he did. He had to get on Russell Wilson bandwagon. But when Russell Wilson make a mistake, the one thing that I'm gonna tell y'all that he did to Russell Wilson was embarrass him on the sideline. He embarrassed him on the sideline because he had to show Russell Wilson that you are not in charge. Russell Wilson pretty much probably asked him a question or he probably challenged his authority and asked him why didn't we run this play? Or why didn't we do this? So he had to put Russell Wilson in his place. That is exactly what Sean Payton had to do. He had to put Russell Wilson in his place. He had to show Russell Wilson that you don't run nothing here. And that's exactly what he did on that sideline when he went off on the sideline. You see, Russell Wilson should have said something then. If you Russell Wilson, but see, one thing I'm gonna tell y'all about Sean Payton is this: Sean Payton know who to do that with. Sean Payton know who's the disrespect. He know who he can get away with this with. Because if he do that to somebody that he know that he can't get away with it with, he probably would got his ass whipped on that sideline. And I'm just being honest with you, not trying to be violent or nothing, because I don't want this to be a violent show. But what I'm saying is, he knows who he can disrespect, and he knows who he can't disrespect. And that is the reason why he disrespects Russell Wilson the way he disrespects Russell Wilson, because he knows Russell Wilson is a modern citizen. He's a pretty much the face of the league. He's a pretty boy. He's a pretty much, the perfect husband, the perfect father. So he knows that Russell Wilson is not going to disrespect himself by going back and forth with it. But this is what I'm going to say. Russell Wilson did an interview today, and he pretty much said it, that the Denver Broncos came to him after they beat the Kansas City Chiefs and said that if he pretty much did not waive his injury clause, that he would be benched the last 2 games. And like I said, and I'm listening to what Kevin Wiles said. I'm gonna tell you something. Kevin Wiles is probably one of the worst commentators, one of the worst analysts that you can listen to, because he don't know shit. First of all, money don't cover up the disrespect. And that's what Russell Wilson has been. He's been disrespected. Yes, he did get paid the money, but that's the money that he's earned by playing the way he has played in his career. That's what he's done. And then think about it, Kevin Wiles. Who have they ever put around Russell Wilson? Russell Wilson came to Denver Broncos with nobody. Who have they put around him this season? Nobody. So you saying that he's been paid $200 million to lose? First of all, if they put the players around him, man, and Russell Wilson ain't having a bad season. He has 29 total touchdowns right now. So what the hell is you talking about, Kevin Wiles? That's why nobody never listens to you on First Thing First, because you don't know nothing. You don't know nothing. Nobody takes you serious. Nobody even look at you as a real New England Patriots fan, honestly. I'm just being honest with you. And that's right there. That's what I want to say about Kevin Wiles. But anyway, just because he made $242 million doesn't mean that the Denver Broncos can disrespect him the way they have disrespected Russell Wilson. They have to have some type of level of professionalism when it comes to Russell Wilson. First of all, you never put nobody around him. You expect for him to carry the team. Do he make bad decisions sometime and turn the ball over? There, that's every quarterback. Okay. And then y'all want to say, oh, he got paid. So Joe Burrow got paid. And where is Joe Burrow at right now? Trevor Lawrence, where is he right now? Justin Herbert, where is he right now? Josh Allen. Josh Allen he turned the ball over. He got paid and he still turned the ball over. But Russell Wilson is the only one that y'all want to hurl to a standard, though, because he got paid. Oh, yeah, he get paid so he can be disrespected. He got paid so he can just sit on the bench and just take all the disrespect that the Denver Broncos is giving to him. No. Just because the person gets paid doesn't mean that you're going to allow him to be disrespected. Doesn't mean that you get to disrespect this man like this. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I said with Sean Payton. Sean Payton knows who he can disrespect. He knows who he can get away with this with. And honestly, it's coming off as a little bit of racist, I would say, because Sean Payton never disrespected his homeboy, which is Drew Brees. He never disrespected Drew Brees. And honestly, when I look at Sean Payton, Sean Payton is a very overrated coach. I've been saying this right here from the beginning. He's a quitter. What did he do to New Orleans? He quitted on New Orleans. Okay, played the health issue, just like him. Him and Urban Meyer are kind of the same in my book. They play the health issues. Okay, when they know they can't win, they'll go and they'll say it's a health issue. Oh, I got health issue. I need to sit out for a year. Then you sit out for 1 year, you come back, and now you're the coach of the Denver Broncos making 80, 90, $100 million a year. But this man ain't done nothing. This man only won 1 Super Bowl back in New Orleans way back then. Hell, I can't even remember it. It was seemed like it was during the Hurricane Katrina time. That's the only thing that Sean Payton has ever done and been carried by who? Drew Brees. That's the only thing that this man has ever done in his career. But we sat here and we bash coaches like Mike Tomlin. We bash coaches, like who? Other black NFL coaches. But this is right here. He can win 1 Super Bowl and get away with it. He can win 1 Super Bowl, and 15 years later, y'all still trying to say that this man right here is one of the best head coaches in the NFL. And honestly, in reality, dude is a bottom tier coach that knows a little bit about offense. That's it. He's very overrated. I told y'all this. He's a very overrated quarterback. I mean, head coach is Sean Payton. He's very overrated. And to be honest, if you put him up against Russell Wilson, if I'm Russell Wilson, first of all, I'm thinking, first of all, I make more money than you. I'm the franchise quarterback. Second of all, me and you got the same amount of Super Bowls. Hell, and I've been to more Super Bowls than you. You never played the game, and if you did, you probably wasn't a nobody. You probably was a nobody. So how the hell can you disrespect me? If you didn't disrespect Drew Brees, what makes you think you're gonna be able to disrespect me? And me and Drew Brees have the same amount of Super Bowls. Make that make sense. And that's what I said, Russell Wilson. Man, it's time for you to stand up for yourself. You better stand up for yourself, because if you don't stand up for yourself, nobody else will. And he's going to continue to do this. He's going to continue to do this. But you know what, though? Nobody want to go to Denver. Think about Denver, y'all. Think about the Denver Broncos. When the last time Denver Broncos really had a black quarterback that was successful? They never had now. They don't want one. And then the first thing, they got new ownership. And they're allowing the GM, the CEO, they're allowing all of them to do this right here to Russell Wilson. Man, you got a chance to make the playoffs, and y'all bench y'all starting quarterback for Jerry Stanton. Make that make sense to me. Y'all got what, 7-8, 8-7, whatever y'all are. Y'all got a chance to make the playoffs, and y'all sit around and bench your starting quarterback with 2 games remaining, and you can make the playoffs. Make that make sense to me, because you want to save money. I told y'all, man, these NFL teams, these NFL owners run these NFL teams like a damn prison system. You know what I'm saying? Like a slave ground. You know, that's what they run the NFL. That's what they run. And I'm gonna tell y'all honestly, if you look back at what the old Houston, Texas owner said, never let the inmates run the prison. That's what he said. The inmates is the NFL player. Never let them run the prison. And that's what I say. All of these owners look at these NFL players as inmates, slaves. So if I tell you to do something, you're going to do it. And that's why they feel like they can talk to Russell Wilson and they can disrespect him the way they disrespect him. Let's just be honest with you. Like, honestly, that's what Sean Payton disrespected Russell Wilson the way he do. And that's why he never disrespected who? Drew Brees the way he did. Drew Brees run around, he kissed kids, he kissed babies, but he never said nothing about that. Because you want to know why? Because Drew Brees was his guy. Drew Brees was his guy. But y'all tell me, y'all let me know what y'all think about Russell Wilson in this Denver Broncos situation, man. Y'all tell me what y'all think. Am I right? Am I wrong? What? Hey, we can meet a common ground. We can talk about this. We can discuss it. We can really pretty much, debate it. However y'all want to do it. But hey, man, like I said before, make sure y'all hit the like button, the subscribe button, and also the share button. And also, hey, make sure you all comment on this segment and let me know what you all think. And until next time, thank y'all again for listening to another great segment of the Real Untouchable Podcast with me, Ray Diggs. Hey, y'all, peace. And y'all have a great, great, great new year, y'all. Peace.